Hello, friends. Hello, hello. My name is Janessa Oriel, and I'm the head of community here at Sell with Amy. And I am excited, as always, to be here live to be able to chat with you about your business and more specifically using Sell with Amy for your business. So I'm really excited to be able to be here live. I would love if you're here live to be able to check in and let me know that you're here and maybe where you're dialing in from. Probably shouldn't use the phrase dialing in, but that's okay. But what I really want to talk about today is I want you to take a realistic uh, peek at your business. I want you to be able to take a look at where you're at with your to-dos in the app, but more specifically, I want to sort of widen our lens a little bit. And I really want you to go ahead and take a look at where you're at in regards to your business goals for the year, and more specifically, I want you to know that, as you're likely aware of, our businesses run in cycles. So what you're doing today is actually setting you up for success in December. Typically, it's by quarterly. The business cycle runs quarterly. So what you're working on now, what seeds you're planting now, if we want to use that analogy, will come to fruition or at least start to produce in December. And some individuals, don't necessarily think that's the case. Hi, Angie and Sherry and Donna. Friends are joining, and Ida. So happy to see you here. But I want you to know that if you keep your business rolling year round, and I say that now, it's not quite the middle of September, right? But we're sort of in that mid-month range as opposed to the beginning or the end. I want you to know that right now is where you're going to be having conversations with individuals that might be interested in joining your team, potentially to be able to offer up gifts to their friends and loved ones for the holiday season. Maybe individuals who are considering utilizing your opportunity as an opportunity to fund their holiday season, right? Maybe not just for giving gifts, but also a way to be able to help fund the holiday season. Or maybe people are just looking for an outlet to be able to dive into, because right now, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on. A lot of people are stressed out. There's a variety of things that are going back. We're just in one of those life cycles where life is getting lifey. That's how I like to call it. And so we want to make sure that even though there's a lot of stressors out there, you have your business as sort of a safe haven to be able to focus on, and something that is genuinely you can see the benefits from the work that you put into it. We've seen a number of friends that have utilized their business as a little bit of their refuge, and we want you to be able to do that. Of course, using the app, because that helps. It allows you to focus and sort of uh, provide tunnel vision for income producing activities, or IPAs, as opposed to the beers. But I want you to sort of holistically, like I said, right now, let's zoom out. Let's take a look at where you're at, whether it be for the month of September, but more specifically, I really want you to look at for the year. Are you where you're at in regards to your goals? Are you able to sort of set yourself up for success, knowing that there is big months coming up, right? The big months for those that are in retail or in direct sales typically are the last quarter of the year. But you want to be planting seeds now. You want to be reaching out to individuals. You want to connect with your VIPs, and you want to know who is looking for potentially another source of income to be able to recruit to your team. So that way they are already, once they get into November, for example, they will already have introduced their business to individuals that are in their circle, right? So I want you to start to plant the seeds now. How do you do that? Well, one, you want to go ahead and pop open Amy. And um, if you've not done this yet, we're going to walk through it quickly. Yes, Ida says, yes, the results show 3 months later how you work your business now. It's true. So now is the time to sort of wrap up the year, which is scary. I don't want to hear that, right? But if you really want to wrap the year up strong in December, we know that sales typically stop once there is that shipping cutoff point for the holidays. And so we want to start to plant the seeds now. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting. That was my goal. Okay. Sometimes the squirrels take hold, and we're just going to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead down here in the contacts tab. You can see right here. What we want to do is, now you can see in my demo account, I have 46 contacts. That's not a lot of contacts, but I have 46 individuals that I want to go through. You likely have many more than this 46, and that's a good thing, okay? First, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go right here to filter. When we go to filter, we're going to go into categories. And then we're going to go into right here, recruit prospect. Okay, we're going to select recruit prospect right under teams. These are individuals that you think would be excellent at this opportunity, or maybe they mentioned that they would consider the opportunity. Either way, you want to see how many you have. So first, we're going to measure it. Okay, we're going to go and we're going to measure the number of individuals. So I'm going to hit upper right hand corner is apply. And then upper right hand corner again, apply, because we don't want to add any other filters. Now, out of my 46 contacts, 5 are currently listed as recruit prospects. Now, I can go ahead and message all of these, or what I can do is I can actually clear this filter. I'm going to reset the filter. And then I'm going to go back through these 46, and maybe I'm going to sort by, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to sort by most lifetime order value. Okay, so these are the individuals who have purchased the most, right? So these are the individuals. I'm going to open like the top 5, and I'm going to see where are we at. What does their timeline look like? How long ago did I connect with them? Have we even talked about recruiting? Because you can see they're not listed as a recruit prospect, and they're my top customers. So if I've not had that conversation, now's the time, right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take a look. Now, I haven't connected with them since June. So remember, June leads to September, September leads to December, right? So this is the time to be able to reach out to this individual. And again, I'm going to take a look at what they've purchased. We've got some good purchases here. I've done a lot of follow-ups. I have some scheduled follow-ups. So I'm going to go ahead and select here. I'm going to list them as a recruit prospect, because even though they haven't told me, I still want to bring it up to them because maybe they haven't considered. Plant that seed. Now, just listing them as a recruit prospect is not actually planting the seed, right? But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to look at these other ones. This is a cohort. I don't know what I meant by cohort when we put that there, but I'm just going to list them also as a recruit prospect. So my top 5, if for whatever reason they are not necessarily somebody that I would consider a recruit prospect, that's okay. But I want to get as many individuals in the pipeline for recruiting as possible, right? So I'm listing Chris here as a recruit prospect. Ideally, I would be looking over these timelines a little bit more. So again, March, I reached out to this person in March. Again, are you noticing a theme? March, June, September. Now's the time, right? So I'm going to go ahead and list. Now, Gizmo's been seeing my information because you can see Gizmo's currently listed in my VIP group, which is great. But I'm going to go ahead and I am prospecting right now, right? I am going, which is a scary word, and people are like, what does that mean? And we just mean that we're going through and we're listing the individuals that we think would be a great team member if you're working on recruits. Now, the same thing can be said for hosts. You can do the same project, right? For hosts, if you're going through a booking blitz, you can go through how many people do you need to add. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So let's save this. So my top 5 customers, my top 5 here, I might have gone, oh, I went 6, right? Yep, I went 6. That's okay. My top 6 are now. Now I'm going to go back to the filter button. We're going to go into categories. We are going to select recruit prospects, and we're going to apply and then apply again because we don't want to add any other things. Now I have how many? 10 contacts. So with this 10 contacts, we know statistically, y'all, I never thought I would ever be talking about math ever to anyone else, but here I am. Statistically, especially statistics, that was not my strong suit in college. Anyway, statistically, we know for every 10 individuals that we ask about if they've considered the opportunity, 1 to 2, typically 1, is going to say, yes, that's something I'd like more information on. So if you're interested in recruiting 5 people, we can multiply 5 times 10. 50 contacts need to be in your pipeline at any given point. And does that mean that if I add 50 and I reach out to those 50 today, that next month those same 50 I can use for the same stats, like trying to add those 5? Nope. So we know if you have a pipeline of 10, your chances of recruiting one that particular month are good, right? If you're looking to recruit 5 individuals, it means you need to have 50 people that you're connecting with. And then next month, if you're looking to recruit 5, y'all, that's really ambitious. I haven't stated that, but it's really ambitious. And we're just using like law of statistics and numbers. But next month, you would need a different set of 50 individuals. Does that make sense? So you want to be wise and consistent, again, because if you're reaching out to these 10 and then next month, and then as based on these conversations, if you're reaching out to all of these individuals and they are sharing with you their concerns, their thoughts, maybe they didn't even realize that this is something that they could do. You want to be able to reach out to them based on those conversations. Again, individual conversations, because recruiting should not be a mass conversation with everybody that you ever met, because that's not going to give you a very good reputation. It's not giving the industry a very good reputation. But with these individual conversations, let's say I chatted with the 12 Days of Amy December Challenge. That's over on YouTube if you've not seen it. That's a great way to reboot your business. But anyway, let's say that I had this conversation. I could quickly go ahead and update this message template. So I hit the plus, the action, or sorry, the actions in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to edit the message template because right now I'm going to go ahead and reach out to these individuals. Have you seen the new catalog? It's very colorful. So let me go ahead and back this out. We are going to just encourage people to consider the opportunity, right? So I'm going to try and do this very quickly while live, which is always fun. Have you ever considered? Make sure this sounds like you. Have you ever considered not sharing? So I can say company name, right? And this is Pineapple Store as a potential side gig, right? Make it sound like you. I would speak this way. That sounds just like me. If someone received that, they'd go, I haven't, right? But that's the goal. You want to sort of catch them off guard, but then go, no, this really is Janessa reaching out to me. So quickly, I'm going to email. And now with this email, this verbiage comes up. You can actually see here, this verbiage comes up and it's prepped and ready to go. I just need to add a subject, right? I'm going to cancel that because we're pretending, but that's okay. I sent it right via email and it's going to list that in the timeline because Amy sent it to my email, okay? But you actually have to hit send for it really to send, just to clarify. Next up, Billy, we're going to send Billy a text really quickly. It's saying, have you ever considered Pineapple Crown? Now, let's say that you would go down this list, right? Boom, 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 boom. You would reach out to your individuals. Let's say that in my conversation with 12 Days of Amy December Challenge, which I probably should change that title. But anyway, let's say with that conversation, I realized that they're not actually interested in recruiting, but they are interested in hosting. So I would remove them from my list of 10 because they're not interested, sorry, not interested in recruiting. They're not interested in joining the team, but they are interested in earning free and discounted products through the Party Plan platform that Pineapple Crown has for me, or the Pineapple Store has for me, okay, through my fictitious company. Upper right hand corner, I'm going to save that. Now you can see they're not going to come up in that previously filtered list. So immediately they've been removed from that list, and the only individuals that are still left here are those that those that actually are here, okay, that are still listed as recruit prospects. So I'm going to read the comments now. I've been ignoring them because otherwise I'll get distracted. Not too many comments, which is great. Work through this. Start planting those seeds to make sure to give people the potential holiday season that they're looking for, whether it's using your company to provide gifts but at a discount, or more specifically, using your company to provide gifts at a discount, in addition to making some money to fund other gifts outside of their traditional budget, family budget, right? So start doing this work now here, or use the same thing for host prospects, right? If you're looking to fill your calendar before the really busy season gets really busy, now's the time to do that. Okay, so use these filters. Make sure that you're going through your contacts and working with these individuals individually, as opposed to sending a mass message, because everybody knows that people aren't going to go, yes, I see that this could be a benefit to me from mass messages. We really want to target and have those individual conversations, highly targeted to those that might be interested. So I hope this was helpful. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. Thanks so much for joining me, friends.